Hello there, everybody. My name is Angelo. If you are new here, welcome to the channel. If you are returning, welcome back. It is great to have all of you. I am in the basement again, walking, moving around a little bit because I was a lazy potato today. It's Memorial Day, and I just kind of hung out, relaxed, kept it easy, and overall tried to enjoy the day that I had off. Also, of course, very grateful for all of the people that make this day possible because without them, there would be a lot of things that we wouldn't have. And, just had an overall relaxing weekend and gonna be heading back to work. Not really looking forward to that part, but it's part of life. And keeping you guys all updated with everything. So if that sounds interesting to you, please do think about subscribing to the channel, hitting that notification bell. It's free, helps me out. Hey, maybe if you enjoy it, it'll help you out. With that being said, gonna get into it and keep you guys from being bored. So, overall, spent a lot of time watching very high quality lacrosse throughout the days, and I am looking forward to watching the Knicks game tonight. It's game 4 against the Cavs, and I think that that's going to be a good one. I think that if the Knicks win the NBA Finals, if they beat the Cavs, which historically they probably will because of a 3-0 series lead, New York City could be literally destroyed. I don't know if are we like the Philly of basketball. That might be a possibility. I don't live in the city. All right, I live on Long Island, but still, you get what I mean. Are we the Philly of basketball? Do we really want to find out? I'm sure we will find out at some point, whether they win or lose. I don't think it's going to be great. But with that being said, really just plugging along and keeping it moving every single day. Trying to be active later on in the day. I feel like these past few days I've just been catching up on sleep and trying to just take it easy, give my body a break. I was in a lot of pain from working, and yeah, I know how some people may say, "Oh, you're soft," or "You're this," or that," or I don't really care. That's how it made me feel. Truth of the matter is that's who I care about is myself, and how I feel. I'm not gonna injure myself or push myself too hard because someone thinks I'm being a little soft, and I don't think you should either. But gotta keep working because obviously gotta pay the bills. That's how it works. That's how life works. But really just trying to figure out what I really want to talk about because I think that today was, like I said, slow, but also of course being Memorial Day. Very thankful for all of the people that make this possible and have made this possible, and all of the active duty service members as well. And I don't know. I think we kind of treat this as like a extended weekend, and I'm not pardoned from feeling that way either. But I think also sometimes it's important to realize why we have some of the holidays that we do have, and you just remember that there are people that gave their lives for you and this country, being the U.S. of course, and kind of it's a bittersweet thing because I think a lot of people also view it as like the start of the summer, and when it starts to get nice and everybody starts going to the beach. So bittersweet day, but gonna keep on pushing. I don't want to hang out in the negative zone. I kind of want to be more positive about it, and using this day also to just, like I said, rest, recover, but also push myself when I feel better. I've been exercising a lot after work when I come home, and I can tell you that it is quite difficult to get yourself motivated to do certain activities when you've been going at it for anywhere between 8 to 10 hours. And I think it writes itself. Physical labor is physically demanding, and because of that, you really don't want to do much. However, you can see obviously I'm kind of forcing myself to, and it's for the benefit of myself. I think that I got to take care of my body. If I don't, probably not going to live as long. Statistically, that's kind of how it works. If you don't take care of yourself, you don't really get to live as long. And I have a new lease on life because of all of the surgeries that I've had, and I don't want to squander that. So, unfortunately, I spent one of the weekends where a lot of people are off and are hanging out together, doing pretty much a whole lot of nothing. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. But I enjoyed watching high-level, talented lacrosse players, and I know that sounds like really stupid to some people, but it's what I enjoy. And you're not really going to change what I like for the sake of the rest of the future of my life, but I wouldn't hate on what you like either. In that sense, if you genuinely enjoy watching a certain sport or an event and that makes you happy, then and it's not hurting anybody and you're able to work, you're able to pay your bills, I'm not really gonna clown it. So just trying to keep going every single day, and sometimes it's tougher to think about things to talk about. There's not a lot happened today. I watched Notre Dame get basically steamrolled by Princeton, unfortunately. I wished it was a little bit more of a competitive game, but that's how they go sometimes. And both goalies played great. Just one offense was firing on more cylinders than the other. Princeton really put together a great, not only individual efforts by players, but overall team effort, and could really whip that ball around. It's pretty crazy to watch. Super talented people that play the sport that I love, like I said. And shout out to Notre Dame because I am a fan of everything that they have created, and Coach Corrigan being kind of that guy that was willing to sacrifice not getting paid a lot and build a program, and taking 35 years to win a national championship, then going back to back, then basically going to I think the semis last year and the finals again this year. So all those people should hold their head high because that's an impressive feat. It really is. And I don't think there's anything to be ashamed about. Sometimes things don't go the way you plan, and there's not really much you can do about that. So it's going to be me saying control your controllables, and aim for the best days possible. So if you have a goal that you really want to achieve, I genuinely believe in you and your ability to do that. So keep pushing. Don't listen to the bystanders. Push them out of the way. Keep looking forward and keep walking. Keep moving like I'm moving right now. And don't give up on yourself. Don't listen to the other people. I believe in myself, and I refuse to quit on myself. And I also refuse to quit on you guys. So hopefully you refuse to quit on yourself and refuse to quit on me. And we could hold each other accountable in that sense. And, giving each other momentum to be better versions of ourselves. And I really look forward to talking to you all very soon. So I hope you guys are staying happy, healthy, and safe. And I will talk to you soon. Have a great rest of your day.